Good day, traders, and welcome to another episode here on FX Price Action Setups. I don't want to waste too much time today. I want to jump into the setups for next week. But before I get into the setups, just quickly something I want to touch on. For the local traders here in South Africa, I see there's a bit of a storm brewing out on social media regarding, dodgy brokers. Locally, if I can give you guys some advice, if you guys are looking to switch brokers, IFX Brokers is one that I trust and that I work with. They're fully regulated. I know they get checked daily by independent auditors. They got segregated accounts. If you've had some bad experiences with your brokers and you are looking to switch, there's a link below. If you guys switch in, before the end of the month, we're also doing the free training program. Then you guys are more than welcome to join us on the free training program hosted by me and my team of traders. You guys can find the info in the link below. Let's quickly have a look at some setups for next week by our team of traders. All right, the first chart I want to go through is Brent crude oil, and I got a daily chart here in front of me. And as you guys know, Brent had its worst run I think in probably forever, and after that it's made this bounce over here, and I believe that now even though I'm bullish on oil still on the long run, I believe we can have a little bit of a retrace. At least, if not maybe even a bit lower. Oil came and just took this liquidity over here, and like I say, we're going to look on the lower time frames for a possible retrace, at least to the 50 fib here, and possibly the 61 over here. Just quickly going down to the 1 hour chart. As you guys can see, this was the stop run. This was the break here, sort of the last bearish move before it ran this liquidity over here. And then we had this big drop. If you move to a 4 hour, you guys will see quite a big engulfing candle, which is a good sign for a reversal. And the place where I want to enter is basically this liquidity over here. Back on the 1 hour chart, what I'm looking for is a move back up next week above this liquidity, where I'll look to short all the way down to this at least this 50 fib. And perhaps even the 61. This is quite a nice trade. Looking on a 15-minute chart, this is what the 15-minute chart looks like. As you guys can see, even on the 15-minute here, we got this little block over here, and I'm hoping for a move up to this about 61.46, and then you get also this order block over here, and then the move down. Just looking on all three time frames. As you guys can see, I've got the sort of the risk reward or the short trade over here. Pretty wide stop. You'll still get about a 5.4 if you're targeting the 50 fib. That's 5.4 risk to reward. So I mean, if you're risking 1%, you're making 5.4% if this trade works out, which is a really good return. Oil is my trade of the week. So that's one I'll be looking at, and I'll be taking it on the Discord trading room if you guys are on the Discord trading room. The next setup I quickly want to discuss with you guys is one submitted by Gravedigger or Ruan Heffer, one of my trading team members. He couldn't submit it. He had a bit of technical difficulties. But as you guys know, we're actually quite bullish on the Aussie dollar, and we're actually quite bearish on the New Zealand dollar, which is something that doesn't happen too often. They normally move quite in sync. But after we had this big crash on the Aussie dollar the last week, this is the Aussie dollar weekly chart. As you guys can see, all the Aussie dollar pairs, took out some big liquidity, big stops, and we're actually expecting quite a big reversal on the Aussie dollar. Like I said, we're quite bullish. I think it's probably the pair we're most bullish on for the year, and we actually expect this market to make a move up to the top of the structure and beyond. But our first target will be the top of the structure, which is quite some distance away. And just zooming down onto the 1 hour chart, as you guys can see, it's a massive spike here, but we're actually going to just ignore that spike what we're looking for is a return back to basically where this whole move down started. It's sort of the breaker block. Yeah, next week we're definitely going to be looking for this correction to maybe continue a little bit downwards, and something like this, and ultimately if we get to this level here, 1.05 all the way to maybe 1.048, I think is the levels that Ruan gave us. So basically this area here is where we will be looking for our longs next week. And like I say, this is quite a big move, one we'll be holding for a few months, so definitely one to keep an eye on for next week. All right, yeah, the next setup is going to be done by Karabu, so I'll let him explain the next setup for you guys.
Good day, traders. My name is Karabo. I would like to do a quick update analysis on the NZD CAD side. Now, on my screen, I have the monthly time frame and I have the weekly time frame on my right hand side. Now, looking on the monthly time frame, what we had here was this supply zone which was created, price dropped into this demand zone. So it really came to retest this supply zone and dropped with a descending trend line being created. So what we could expect here, it is for price to drop, to retest this demand zone again, where we could expect a bigger penetration and a potential breakout to the downside to this demand zone over here. So on the monthly time frame, we have area of supply which is currently in control, so we are not allowed to go long. So short bias on the monthly time frame. Now looking on the weekly time frame, we had this demand zone over here, which was removed by this supply zone. So we have this supply zone and we have this demand zone over here, which is nested just above the monthly demand zone. So what we could expect, it is for price to really down to retest this level, since it has already removed this level. If you look at this demand zone, it removed this area of supply, so which also validated this level. And once it is removed, when a level of supply, it is being created and respected, it is being created and respected with areas of demand being removed, we are in a downtrend. So short bias on the NZD CAD, we are not allowed to go long. Thank you.
yeah, some good setups there by our team of traders and also other members of the community. Thanks everyone for contributing. And remember, next week, if you guys have any setups for us, just post it in the setups for next week channel in our Discord trading room. Looking forward to next week, guys. I'll see you guys in the trading room. We're going to finish the show off again with just some trade setups taken by our members of our community in our Discord trading room. As always, guys, enjoy and happy trading.